There we go. No, there we go. Have to video it. Let's change that. Um, there we go. Yeah. Well, people are asking about a lot of stuff, and I tried to stream it on Discord, and it didn't work out. So a lot of people were just having issues with Discord not rendering on their phone. So I was like, screw it. I'll just toss it up on YouTube, and yeah, we'll just see how this goes. And right now, it seems like I'm able to last through my intro sprint. I did do a little bit of modifications. Yep. I did a little bit of modifications, so let me see here. So the damage side, usually I was running on -18. I toned it down to -16. So there's that, and mostly just to survive the overcharged enemies. So we'll see how this thing pans out. Are the coins worthwhile doing this? I don't know. It's going. It's testing stuff and seeing if I can make this thing work, or if it's not a good play, or I don't know. We'll see how this build works. And if it does, ooh, I don't know what'll be the better investment, just inner landmines, or what's the build? This build, I guess maybe I don't know, a tier 19, I'll call it a sandwich build. How about that? We've got multiple layers of these little meat buns that are going out called inner landmines. Random bullshit goat, yeah, pretty much. That's Jay's got it on the spot on that. Oh, need to hit my demon mode here. Looks like my stream might be a little bit behind. I'll count it in just a little bit. Yeah, it's about 9 seconds behind. No, actually, I have Poison Swamp Stun turned off. But with this setup, maybe I could have it on? I mean, I don't know. I mean, the coin bot's reaching pretty far. So yeah, just tons and tons of damage. And right now, I think inner landmines might provide that kind of damage. Here, let's check out the stats. Where are my inner landmine damage? So about 800D. So not as much as like the chain lightning, but that's percentage based. Yeah. Singularity harness. Or yeah, singularity harness for the assist mod, and then space displacer on armor. But these guys are eating through my inner landmines actually pretty fast. So I don't know. A large blue explosion is flamebot. I actually get that question a lot. And because I'm using Singularity Harness, that applies a ×2 damage bonus on enemies. So it's a very good assist mod just for the ×2 bonus, as long as you have your flamebot built out for it. And that's primarily what I'm using it for. Maybe a little bit of armor stripping. Actually, with this setup, hopefully if I can get a good version of this mod, and then roll enough so that I can get Ancestral of Dimension Core, maybe I'll be able to get rid of Multiverse Nexus and go that route. That'll probably give me more death waves, or the effect waves, which would also help for armor stripping. So theoretically, less cells. I don't know. Hold on, bang. Confusing. Let's see. Well, if I get it down to 36 seconds, that'll like just one cooldown and one quantity. Will hit me basically where I can have it where it's constantly sending effect waves out. But yeah, I could do that last quantity, or I could do another cooldown. But yeah, 24 seconds would be fun. Like, I would really like that. And that's part of... I'll make a video, and I've got most of the stuff kind of set up for it. I just want to see how some of these things perform. And then I'll decide, okay, am I going to use, like, Space Displacer? Am I going to use something else for the assist mod? For farming? Yeah, I don't know. A lot of just like, okay, we're going to test and we'll see how the numbers pan out. Yeah. Remember, this is tier 19. Like, this is one of the new tiers, and I'm already attempting to freaking farm this, which is stupid. Like, this is just absolutely ludicrous what I'm doing, that we've got a new tier, and I'm already trying to farm it. So the difficulty tier is the ×40. But yeah, almost 14k coin bonus. Yeah. probably just like a theme or something along those lines, which we'll all get from guild stuff. And yeah. So right now the coin bonus seems like it's an okay spot. If it dipped below 2Q, I'd be like, maybe I'm not a fan of this so much, but on the other side of things, it's like, okay, we're going to get more fleets. We're going to get double the amount of fleets. So even if I go... If I can make it to 4K waves, I think this method of farming might be better for me than tier 18. And that's just, like, to get a ton of reroll shards and all that jazz from and possibly it was the extra module drops too from fleets. Yeah. Yeah, I got the skin. Yeah, I was able to finish all of tier 19. Like halfway through 20 and then like 700 waves in 21. Which I kind of luck sauced on that, but yeah. But if I can farm this. Oh man. Just getting extra module drops might be worthwhile just to help power level more of my It's such a troll. Yeah. That does suck. Not gonna lie. But hey, that is my goal. If I can reach that, um, with the farming setup, that would be amazing. And I'm laughing because this actually trying to attempt this is just ludicrous. It's stupid. But it might actually work. As far as the assist mods or rolling quantity of stuff, I have no idea what levels I'm gonna reach. I'm sure it could go even higher than 4.5K at this point. Not sure how high I'm gonna go though. In a farming setup. Hell, 3K might be good. Hmm. Howdy-ho. D-Bill 999. 999. I'll just say it like that, that'll be easier. And welcome to the party of me just trying a ridiculous build that might do something, or it might be utter garbage. Oh. The poverty party. Yeah, that's my biggest thing. Is like, you always have to test new things. Even if it's just like, if it feels like a stupid idea, it's just, you might as well test it, and, maybe you can learn something out of it. Or maybe this will end up being just good enough that, yeah, maybe it'll be just good enough that I can theoretically push for more tier 19 farming. I don't know. It's on the low end right now, but I think I've got a long way to go as far as my perks. Let's see. Okay, I do have the perk wave requirement. Yeah, I'm using the new module. As you can see, I've got 3 black holes currently. So... let's see, I need black hole duration? Is there ultimate weapon duration down on this? Because it kind of feels like it. No? Okay, looks like... yeah, it looked like my black hole had a little bit more downtime than I thought it should have. Give me a second. Grab that. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, this is what I'm using right now. I could pump this higher up if I took the levels out of Harmony Core, but I'm just testing. Just to see if I replaced, a leveled mod that I'm getting some benefits out of versus, like, just the innate extra black hole. What'll happen, I don't know. Yeah, no. I think a lot of people were in that boat, and maybe because of the zoning or like the time zones. But yeah. I thought I'd be rolling tomorrow, but I rolled today. Only got 2 copies of it so far, but hopefully I can collect a bunch of gems and do one big gem rolling session and pray I get good stuff. Why am I broken gems? Because I rolled for the new module? Everything went towards that. I did get 2 copies though, so... and then I rolled a bunch before, because I wanted to try to get as many dimension cores as possible. And, yeah. And I regret it. I don't know. I'm probably going to spend a lot of gems just trying to get it up. hopefully get a second one rolling to at least maybe a moderately decent level. I don't know. Just to hedge against future a future meta where hybrid is king. In worst case, anyway, if you do get ancestral, let's say you've got a farming dimension core, um, yeah, I think those might be the king as far as builds go for this version. So I don't think it's completely down the drain. I did about 18k. Yeah, I think it was about 18k worth of gems before this banner came out, trying to get more dimension cores, and I got 2. So all I got was 2 dimension cores, and then I had about 3k or something like that when this banner came out. So yeah, the first bundle of pulls almost got me to the pity one, and then the pull right after that, I pulled the second primordial collapse. I wish I had 2 ancestral dim cores. Yeah, I think that's where it's going to be useful. Apparently, though, people are telling me that it doesn't affect the new module. Doesn't affect elites or bosses. So I think that's probably a bug. And they'll definitely need to fix that. I don't want to be too OP. Yeah. If they maybe wanted it more OP, they could have like 95% or 98, like your defense. But sadly, no. It's nice to see Sabs getting yeeted relatively quickly with all the inner landmines going off. Dim Kora's an assist. I guess it depends on what you have. So if you have higher stars in one or the other, you probably want one of those as your primary, whoever's higher. Well, I think the dream build right now is going to be Primordial Collapse, Dimension Core combo, which I'm nowhere near reaching that level. But once I do, that'll probably add a significant number of waves to how far I can go. Oh, and Jay, as far as the message that you sent, I think it's supposed to be any enemy that's within the area of black hole is I think the intent. But if it's not working on bosses and elites and probably not working on fleets, then that's an issue. Oof. Excuse me. Oh, and my damage max is out. Yeah, I think it's bugged. Or I think they created it and they didn't apply the damage um to all the different enemy types. Jay, is that the name that I have in one of the other channels? Is that what you're referring to? Let's see, what are my perks at? Let's see here. We've got... Okay, coin bonus looks good. Got that. Oh, it looks like everything is paused behind. Right now I'm testing a lot of stuff. It's not even like really well built out. It's just an epic version that I'm using in the assist slot. So is it? It might. I don't know. Like like everything I'm doing right now is all testing. I'm guessing as everything is right now with what I've got, it probably won't quite yet. But once I get it up to like ancestral, um actually I think I'm really thinking that once I do get it up to ancestral, like this style of farming might actually be viable because the coin gains for the wave count doesn't seem like it's that far off of what I was making before. So, and if later in the run, if I'm, topping off at like 10 to 12 Q a minute, yeah, I think this will be really, really good. In tier 19 versus tier 18. From J Play server. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll type it out because it's not good for YouTube. I'm thinking if I can get a Dimension Core set up with this and get this Ancestral and all that jazz, I might see much higher coin gains than what I'm seeing, because this just doesn't seem quite as much as I'd hope for. No, I think this would be a thing where it's like you want both Dimension Core and this new mod. I think that's going to be the play with Primordial Collapse. Right now, I don't have Dimension Core where I can use it for farming, but yeah, eventually I will. Hopefully, I can get both Primordial Collapse and Dimension Core up to Ancestral in this version. I really, really, really hope I do. Source, trust me, bro. I think it was Ryan or someone else that shared with me. I'll have to go through my DMs here. What or hell, maybe it was, oh no, it was Christian. Maybe it was somebody else. Oh. Nah, I got you, fam. Jay, were you the one that oh, you got it, okay. Killing a boss or elite increases damage from tower attacks by ×2 for 5 seconds. Yeah, that'd be nice. That would be super nice. I don't know if he's made anything yet. The orbital augment sounds kind of fun for farming. But would I want to use space displacer or orbital augment? I really don't know. The extra orb would do nice. Yep. Package grants a temporary attack speed boost for 5 seconds. I don't know about the generator. I think that's probably too inconsistent, so I don't think I'll go with that. But the extra black hole is really, really nice. Coin gains are looking okay. How much attack speed, we don't know. Oh, yeah, that's true. So at Epic, if it's ×2, like that would be really, really good for um, chain lightning builds. But that's only after an elite or a boss? I don't know. Packages. Yeah. But yeah, actually, if the restorative bonus, that might be... Yeah, and it doesn't say how much the attack speed is increased either. Maybe it's not bad, but there's a lot of other stuff that's good in that same slot. Oh, the higher damage reduction. I think it's getting us closer to a possible um hybrid setup. That would be good. Is that gonna make it so that we're actually going hybrid? I can't say quite yet. I mean, we've got this new module that just dropped. I don't even have it up to the full damage reduction to really test that theory, but maybe there's some people that are, well, there's probably already people. Well, I know that there's people that already have it at Ancestral, so, and probably some of those people, I'm brain farting, already in a kind of hybrid build setup, so we'll see how much farther it pushes those players. We'll see, though. My interest is piqued. Actually, having the extra armor slot and being able to get 5% more defense might be really nice. Do you think the new mod will help with flat? Help with flat? Guessing maybe an autocorrect mistake? Yeah, and Jay, that looks photoshopped. That looks really photoshopped. Oh, as far as helping with fleets, I don't know if I take a hit and I don't have my wall fall from getting a shot, then maybe that's promising. But I don't think this current mod is... I don't know. Seems like Overcharge also shoot a lot. So... I mean... Possibly. Possibly. Also depends on, like, you know, do you have wall thorns maxed out? Um, yeah, speaking of, I wonder what the... Charging region is, yeah. What was I gonna look up? I'm blanking. I was gonna look up something. Super tired right now. Oh, because you can have the defense substat. So in tournaments, you could possibly reach an even better damage reduction than before. And then, yeah, a good chunk of thorns for your wall thorns. Maybe your wall would be able to take 2 shots instead of 1, or something along those lines. Would be super helpful in countering overcharges. Assuming that's possible. And part of me wants to test some of this stuff too, so... Well, right now my flamebot, the damage reduction on it is not all that great, but... Sorry, Jay, I'm going back and forth and I'm like, what? What? What's going on? Okay. 4.4 AQ, that's not bad. That's really not that far off. So I think this strategy might be good. I just need Primordial Collapse leveled up and level up the assist aspect on it. The substats. Sorry. You should farm T19 more. Yeah. Yeah, it might not be too bad. Maybe not right now, or at least not until... Because I'm going to end a lot earlier, and I don't think my top coin is going to be nearly as good as it is over in tier 18 right now. But... as soon as I have Primordial Collapse leveled up, where I can use that, I think it might actually work out really nicely in tier 19. I wish I could give you my Priority Collapse because I don't want it. I wish. I wish there was a trading aspect. That would be super nice. Be able to trade modules with other players. Because, yeah. I would love to be like, oh, hey, here's this, and I'll get dimension cores when you can roll at a higher percent for those. Hell yeah. But you could always use your G-comp for an assist. Jay? Well, the no stars is still valid for rolling ancestral substats on. So, yeah. And that overcharge just nuked out all of my energy shields. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just watching it on the stream. Yikes. Yeah, they give 0 about energy shield plus. Yeah, I don't think it's a dead run. It's just overcharged enemies are just such a pain in the butt. And I think another thing that would help improve this significantly is if I had better, what do I call it? The effect for Space Displacer is a better quality for the assist. So instead of being epic quality, it would be like legendary or, you know, ancestral, which is basically double the mines that are out on the screen. Yep, I'll get it better. It'll take some time, but I'll get it there. So it's been like bouncing between like 4Q, 5Q at this point. It's not that bad. No, there's several swamps going on. Looks like sometimes one, sometimes two. Um, Looks like there might be a little bit of overlap sometimes. That's what I was actually curious about. Is there a minus duration? Yeah, this one just moved just oh so slightly over. I think there's some tweaking that they need to do with Poison Swamp as far as like how much overlap, depending on the size, they can do. You know, as far as like one spawn to the next one. Because if they're almost like superimposed on each other, that's kind of detrimental for the setup. So regardless of the GT level, getting like an extra GT plus level. Yeah, probably GT plus because unlocking them isn't going to give you a whole lot initially. I mean, it depends on the slot and what the purpose is, but it's kind of like a lot in the cases like there's not. Yeah, GT plus, because the only thing I can think of is, let's say you're using um, Black Hole Digester. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to put in Singularity Harness for my assist mod. That would be like +5 range versus, or +5 meters on your bots versus another GT plus. I think the GT plus would run that out. And core, you still need to level up the substats. So NVA and BHD. Yeah, you still need to level up the substats though. So I think that's the where you would take the hardest hit. If you're yeah, okay. So you're using BHD, so yeah, the follow up would be Singularity Harness and yeah. I love the fireworks. There is like layers and layers of fireworks online. That's actually a good descriptor. It's just I'm actually gonna remember that because if somebody's like, should I play this game? I'd be like, well, do you like watching fireworks? Because if you like watching fireworks, eventually you're gonna get a lot of fireworks, and it's really nice. And then for Matt, yeah, I'm using it right now. I think it is going to be a core chunk of the build that I want to move into. I'm not there yet. Um, but everything that I'm seeing right now points to a possibility that it's going to be really, really nice. I just don't have the tools yet to do it. But yeah, I do like the new mod. Yeah. And is it going to eventually make hybrid possible once they fix the, it not affecting bosses or elites? And I'm guessing probably not fleets as well. Um, I think maybe it could point to a good direction for effective hit points, but we're not going to know until that's fixed. And then for Swift, yeah, it's just you would need to level up so much into your core mod, that it's just it's you'll get more econ out of GT plus. Now there might be other reasons why you want to like unlock something like a core. So that would be for like, hey, I want to combine, multiple things for tournaments or this or that. In which case that's your goals are entirely different. In which case you're like, okay, do I want econ or do I want tournament performance? You know. And cores can be kind of a good like in between because you can get substats for, like, oh hey, it's gonna pump up the substat conversion efficiency. So yeah, you can get more out of those substats later on. Let's see here. So my coin amount's dipping. I think as far as my damage slider goes, I'm pretty much maxed out on that. And I think I've maxed out on most of the damage stuff. Um, that is a person I have not seen in a while. How's it going, man? Half-Life, B-Hopper used to play the tower It was pretty far into it, and then they messed up some of the conversions. So uh, tax in his country are excessively expensive, and so he was just like, "No, I can't afford this anymore." But he's got some cool like speedrun kind of stuff on his channel. So if you're into stuff like that, it's kind of cool. Which is really, unfortunate. I think it should be a lot of the cost should be tied into like cost of living and stuff like that for an area. Uh, and I definitely want to get it to the point where I've got like three poison swamps running. I think that would be very, very needed. Like super helpful. Oh yeah, but I forgot to mention for Beehopper, um, they have a creator program, so that's pretty cool. It doesn't cost anyone to sign up a creator related to their account. It only lasts for like 30 days, so you have to redo it pretty much every time that you're gonna grab like a stone pack or an event pack or whatever. But yeah, it takes a conversion of what people spend and sends it to you, and eventually I'm probably gonna do like giveaways based on the stuff that comes in. So I'm actually really looking forward to that. I don't know what the percentages are, but I think, and unfortunately, I can't find out like, oh, here's the people that are supporting me versus the people that aren't. So it's probably going to be like people that are in Discord. I'll just make like a YouTube announcement about it, and then put on something over on the Discord where people can sign up, and then I'll send out the prize and whatnot. Yeah, because right now it looks like that's what's going on with this one. It looks like there's two of them that are almost overlaying each other. Because it looks kind of like this big fat rump over there or something. This is going on not too... Going a little farther than I was expecting this to be. Oop, give me a second. And I forgot to mention, hello, Fat Beast. Sorry. Just some of the technical questions. I'm like, my brain's split between things. Let's see. And then Jennifer and Richard. How's it going? Welcome to the party where I'm testing a build that is not going to be what I'm going to eventually use, but it actually looks promising for tier 19 farming. Yeah, my brain is kind of scattered. Dude, for sure. Yeah. I mean, it's probably not as overwhelming for me as it is for a lot of other players, especially when you're in the split between do I get more ultimate weapon plus stuff, build up what I already have, or do I get more assist mod stuff? Um yeah, so right now I'm using the radius because enemies have so much HP, but I have the stun off. So the poison swamp is not stunning enemies. And I've got so much armor that I need to start peeling it away as early as possible. So that's kind of why I have that. Um, yes and no. If you're farming tier 16, it probably still is, but if you're farming higher than tier 16, it's not as much. I think it's still you probably don't want to do it too much, but it's not as detrimental. So let's just watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So about 4 of them go out, and and then they land around there. So let's say if you maxed out Deathwave armor stripping, that's about 40 that they would lose by the time that they reach tier. So I probably, well, let's see, what is the armor on tier 19? And this is okay, so 40 hits. So I definitely wouldn't max it out yet. But getting it up to like 6 or 7 might not actually be a bad thing. I think that's funny. Jay, you're like saying that I don't share stuff? Like what? Uh I'm only at level 1. I did level it up a little bit myself. So let's see here. Deathwave armor stripping. Let's see here. Ba, 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 ba. I have it at level 2. So I might get this up to somewhere around like level 4 or 5 eventually. I don't know. We'll see. But it's I might actually crank it up. But I'll have to be very intentional not to have the auto bump it up kind of thing. I'm probably still gonna do tier 18 farms how I've been doing it, but after this test, I'm thinking that once I can get things ironed out with this mod, things will look a little bit different. Currently farming tier 16, just looks okay. Yeah. Yeah, for tier 16, I'd probably just leave it where it's at right now. I'm using Primordial Collapse as an assist, and I haven't leveled it up at all. So I'm basically going like, okay, in this test that I'm doing right now, is the extra black hole significant enough over the, what is it, 20% or something that I have in assist? So level 1, don't have anything rolled into it really, other than what it just came with. Versus what I've been getting with 40% stat efficiency on yeah. Sorry, my brain's kind of blah, garbled right now. Pretty tired. But yeah, if I could actually get substats on this thing. And eventually I'm thinking that I might end up using it as a main, because it'll be easier rolling 5-star ancestral on this than it will on another dimension core. So I'll probably have dimension core eventually at you know, just a basic unlock or however many the game decides to grace me with. But if I'm hoping by the end of this version that I can get dimension core up to ancestral, so I can roll substats on that. Probably use dimension core as a assist module and unlock all the stuff so I can get the maximum benefit out of that. Some people already have like a secondary 5-star dimension core. Yeah. For those people, they are going to be saving a metric ton of stones. Because they're not going to need to level up the assist module quality for cores as much as I probably will have to. But, yeah. Card masteries, armor, for assist. Card masteries, yeah, there's a lot. There's a point that, you know, once you're done with like demon mode, intro sprint, super tower, all of that, and you've got like chrono field up pretty much up there. That's probably about the time that you're looking at jumping into the assist mods. Maybe a little bit before then. Kind of depends. Wish I would bump up my dim cord. Yeah. Yeah, I would have if I didn't bump it up to 5 star and I just kept the well, at the time we didn't have that change where it would shift the likelihood of pulling certain mods. So if I had held off and eventually gotten to take advantage of that, I'd probably be able to have 5 star in that. That'd be really, really nice. From the test that I'm doing right now, I would like to say absolutely. I'm trying a completely different build, and I'm lacking taking advantage of 40% of my sorry, that really scratched up my throat. Like, it just spiked up to 7Q a minute. So, yeah, I would say it absolutely does. This is, like, you could not do this without this mod on... Like, this looks like it actually makes Tier 19 farm a possibility with what I'm doing right now. So, yeah. Primordial Collapse looks extremely useful for farming. Damn it, it's 7, almost 7Q. Oh man, how much longer is this gonna go? I'm actually curious to see what is the coins per hour out of this compared to what I've been farming. Because if it's already jumping to this point, like this, yeah. What about for people? Initially, you probably only need like yeah, I still think it's useful. It'll increase the coverage of black hole. About like what percentage of an improvement is it going to give you? I don't know. I really don't know. NJ, I've seen it go up to like 700 combo near the 750 range, and right now it's hitting the high 600s without the extra duration too. So that's also something that's like, yeah, 800 win. Yeah, I'll get once I can get this module up to ancestral and roll some good substats on it. It'd be really, really nice. I remember, Michael. I showed it earlier, but I'll show you just so you can see it. Level 1. That's it. Like, my damage could be way higher. But, it's just level 1. What came with it. And, yeah. I'm guessing I probably had an overcharge that yeeted a few hits into me. Got a jet. About the zonk, alarm goes off, and oh, jamming. Sounds like what's going on with me? How was Coin Plus going? Coin Mastery? Oh, I already finished Coin Mastery. The one that the research that finished was the AoE. So I think it's level 5 that's working on cooking right now. Coin enhancement. Coin enhancement is times 2.1. That's where I've got it at right now. So oh man, that's tough. I would say yeah, you want GT plus. You're gonna need GT plus to feed into uh the just absolutely absurd lab cost that these things take to do the labs. The labs are really painful. Yeah, SL4 is really nice too. You might want to get that before just to help tournament performance, and then once you get GT plus, you're going to be doing a lot of like trying to get as much kills per second. So being able to expand the area to expand out like how many kills per second you're getting is also really good. Plus you get the extra coin bonus for all the enemies in that area that you're killing. So yeah, SL4 is really good. And you don't see it, but that's a big reason because I have Spotlight Plus already has 100% coverage. Yeah, and scatters are your friend for GT Plus. Okay. Yeah, it's still not too bad. You know, you could put in this new mod and benefit from the extra black hole, and it's fantastic. Yeah, that's interesting. Hmm. That's good to know. SL is too dim. Can they make it brighter? They also might make it uh, dimmer if you've got 100% coverage, which it feels like that's the case, but I don't know for sure. I just realized something. I should be in the right setup? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's locked because I'm in a run. That was a derp on my part. But yeah, I could easily see this if I had an ancestral version of that mod in my assist slot. I think I would be pulling closer to like 7Q a minute. Um, at this level, maybe topping out at like 10, 11. So, yeah, that would be insane. Um, so right now, Primordial Collapse is not applying to bosses, elites, and I'm assuming fleets as well. So right now it doesn't do much for those enemies. Even if you're like a hybrid build. Um, I don't know how much more you're gonna get out of that. Yeah. But eventually if they do fix that, I don't know if that's how close that's gonna bring us to a hybrid meta. And Baxo, welcome. God, that's what they need to do. Change it so instead of 5-star max for modules, bring it up to 7 or 8. Even 6. That way I can push the percentage so I can get more dim core drops. That would be amazing. I would love the hell out of that. Ooh, it dropped 3.4. Yikes. That's not good. Need closer to that 4Q. It still is. It's not too bad for the wave count. But I do need to head to bed. Doesn't affect I haven't confirmed it for sure, but I'm assuming that it doesn't. If it doesn't affect bosses or elites, then I doubt it's going to affect fleets. Eventually, with the assist slot, yes, you can replace Multiverse Nexus. Tier 21, like 700 waves. Do you know blood magic? Once upon a time. Yes. But the character that I had was, I think it was movement of the mind that I specialized in, when I was playing, Vampire. Oh, Jay, Tremors is a clan in Vampire the Masquerade. They're kind of like, they basically use blood magic. So it costs vampire blood to cast spells. And, yeah. And then they've got like their clan-based blood magic, which I think is just blood magic. Um, I forgot what it was called, but there's some other magic types like necromancy and whatnot. And then there was one that was movement of the mind, which is like telekinesis. And the character that I played specialized in that. And it was an alert group in Los Angeles, which I no longer live in that area, so I don't do that anymore. Where is this up? Yeah, well, I will catch you guys later. You might be able to catch me for a little bit over in Discord. It should be in the channel description. Let me see here. Let me just double check that. Yep. Cool. Yeah. If you have any further questions, you can shoot that over to me in like a DM or ping me over on my Discord channel, and I'll answer that when I'm awake. And I will catch you guys later.